I'll tell you what, sir. I'm going to record you, but if you don't want it to be seen, I won't put.
I don't want it to be seen.
I won't. If you don't want it to be seen, I won't put your poem in the official version. Okay. I post it on YouTube, but I make it just like this.
When I was born powerful. And no matter what anyone has said about me, no matter what anyone has said about me, and no matter what anyone has done to me, and no matter what I have done to myself, and no matter what I have said about myself, I am still valuable. I am still immortal. I am still lovable. I am still extremely powerful, extremely powerful.
We were tuned together, good lips, forgot how the shirts fall when the day is done, and then love is not. We can make no vows, the renown broke. Our love was free as the winning hail. There was no word said, neither which we spoke, and wrath, and guilt. So shall we not part at the end of the day, we can hold and live a little while. Drink lips, for less time, go our way, with a sigh. That's mine. Thank you.
everyone is silent, we can get this show on the road. Okay, I have some announcements to make before we begin. Today's schedule, after the Poetry Out Loud competition, at 11:30, we will ask, this is very important, we ask that everyone pick up their chair. Bring your chair back to your advisory room. Okay, so at 11:30, you're going to take your chair to your advisory room, and we will have lunch in your advisory rooms. Okay? We will be dismissing early today at 12 o'clock. All right.
Wait, mister, I want to ask you, well, if we go to our classroom at 12:30 and you say we're leaving at 12?
No, 11:30. Going to your classroom at 11:30, and we are leaving at 12 today. Okay. Today we have many participants in Poetry Out Loud. We have three categories. We have students who are actually competing and will be judged by our illustrious panel of judges in front of us. And then we also have students who will be reciting, who will not be competing, but are reciting poems. Then we will have some of our staff reciting poems. So, let me set some, waiting for everybody's attention, let me set some ground rules and expectations, because this is very, very important. Your fellow students, this is not easy for them to get up in front of all of you and recite from memory a poem. So they need your help. That means undivided attention. So really, when a person is up here competing, reciting their poetry, make sure you are completely silent and focused up here, okay? It's respect, very, very important. Also, make sure that your cell phones are off. We don't want any cell phones going off during the competition. All right, so are we ready to get started? All right, let's bring our first person up here, Mr. Dan, who is going to be reciting
Judges, I have a question. I have one question. Does this need to be memorized? Oh, okay. The work I will recite is based on a poem called The Idylls of the King by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And it tells the story of King Arthur, the most just, bravest, and strongest king of all England, and how he meets Princess Guinevere, the most beautiful princess of all England, on the day before their wedding. He has never met her before. And in this scene, he's up sitting in a tree, waiting for his bride, the princess, to arrive. And this is called, I Wonder What the King is Doing Tonight. I know what my people are thinking tonight. At home, through the shadows they wander, everyone smiling in secret delight, as they stare at the castle and ponder. And whenever the wind blows this way, you can almost hear everyone say, I wonder what the king is doing tonight. What merriment is the king pursuing tonight? The candles at the court, they never burn as bright. I wonder what the king is up to tonight. How goes the final hour as he sees the bridal bower being regally and legally prepared? Well, I'll tell you what the king is feeling tonight. He's scared. He's scared. You mean that a king who fought a dragon, walked him into and fixed his wagon, goes to wed in terror and distress? Yes. A warrior who's so calm in battle, even his armor doesn't rattle, faces a woman petrified with fright. Right. You mean the appalling clamoring? That sounds like a blacksmith hammering. It's merely the banging of his royal knees. Please! If you wonder what the king is wishing tonight, he's wishing he were in Scotland fishing tonight. What occupies his time while waiting for his bride? He's searching high and low for some place to hide. And know the expectation, the sublime anticipation he must feel about the wedding night to come. Well, I'll tell you what the king is doing tonight. He's numb, he shakes, he quails, he quakes. And that's what the king is doing tonight.
All right, Mr. Dan, you really set the bar high.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh. How can anybody follow that? Well, I heard a rumor that someone wants to get up here and recite a poem. Monty, is that you? Get up here.
Good morning. I'll wait until you're quiet. All right. I'll save my announcements at the end. But I think Mr. Daniel did a wonderful job. Do you agree? I love reciting poems, but the only thing is, I have only one poem that I memorized a long time ago, when I was 12 years old. I want to inspire the contestants. I want you to feel that you can do it. And I want you to feel very confident. I recited this poem last year. I explained the meaning of the poem, but today I'll just go straight to that. I'd like to call out one student who is always disregarding the rules of the school, wearing their hoodies. They are sitting behind the two of them, the same. Now they pull it up. So, the title of my poem is Ramatulai. I said, Ramatulai was a young girl, got married at the age of 12, had 7 children, husband passed away. She had to try and fend for a family. She would rear goats and cows. She would rear chicken, produce eggs. She will walk for miles to take her produce to the city. One day, when he was carrying the milk from her cows in her calabash and the eggs in a bag, she was very happy, thinking that she was going to sell, make money, and take care of the children. With her excitement, all the eggs, all the milk got broken and spilled. Now she was sad, and there was no one to help her. So that is the history of the poem. It's in French. I may not be as dramatic as Mr. Dan, but I would like to say it. Now listen. Ramatoulaye partait de la ferme, heureuse et gaie. Ramatoulaye partait de la ferme, sa calebasse sur la tête. Elle part à la vie Ramatoulaye, légère et jolie dans son pain blanc. Qu'est-ce que tu amènes à la vie Ramatoulaye? Dans ton calebasse et dans ton sac. Le lait de ma vache dans mon calebasse, les œufs de mes volailles dans mon sac. Avec l'argent, j'achète un veau. Un petit veau, ce n'est pas cher. Et un petit veau est bientôt gros. Alors j'achète avec mes frères encore une vache et son veau. Regarde, il saute dans mon champ. Ramatoulaye rit et saute. Ramatoulaye saute et rit. Le calebasse sur sa tête. Les œufs dans son sac. Tout tombe. Ramatoulaye pleure au bord de la rue. Thank you.
Our first student is Mohammed Ahmed. Okay, we'll move on to our next contestant. Abdi Fattah Ahmed, who is going to recite In the Desert.
Hi, my name is Abdi Fattah, and my poetry is about In the Desert by Stephen King. In the desert, I saw a creature naked, bestial, who squatting upon the ground, held his heart on his hands, and eat of it. I said, "It is good, friend." "It is bitter, bitter," he answered. "But I like it because it is bitter and because it is my heart."
Thank you, Abdi. Now, I would like to invite Ikra Ahmed, who's going to be reciting the poem. She's reciting a poem, but is not being judged.
Oh, this one? Nuts by Aaron Hansen. You're not your age, not the size of your colors, not the size of your clothes. You're not a weight or your color of your hair. You're not your name or the dimples in your cheeks. You're all the books you read and all the words you speak. You are your khaki morning voice and the smiles you try to hide. You are the songs you sing so loudly when you know you're all alone. You're the tears you have cried. You're the places you have been to. And the one that you call home. You're the things that you believe in. And the people that you love. You're the photos in your bedroom. And the future that you dream of. You're made of so much beauty, but it seems that you forgot when you decided all the things that you want. All the things that you want,
You're the things, you are made of so much beauty, but it seems like you forgot that when you decided by all the things that you're not. When you decided you were divided by all the things that you're not.
Thank you, Lisa. And she will be up a little bit later with her poem for the competition. Okay. Sahur Ali will be reciting the albatross.
I'm going to be reading the albatross by Kate Ross. And I know you're coming home. I promise you. A glass bead on a silken toe. A blue that used to match my eyes. I like to think I'm remembering you. I like to think you don't forget. The necklace lies heavy on my skin as it clatters when I reach out to lift my screaming child. I swing her. I roll her in my arms until she forgets. Then the necklace glitters in the flicker of a TV set as I sit her on my lap and wish it was the afternoon. I wait until I hear a gate latch the turn of key and lock. I sit amongst toys and unwashed clothes. I sit as she fingers the beat until you speak, in a voice that no longer sounds familiar, only strange. The necklace. I hear a snap, a sound like falling rain.
It's a long poem, sorry. Very difficult one to memorize. Next I want to invite Sara Abdi, who's going to be reciting Snake Oil, Snake Biting.
They strung the wound with a stone. They drew blue venom from his blood until there was none. When his veins rained true, his face remained lifeless. And all the mothers in the village wept and pounded their chests until the sky had little choice. But to grant their supplication, God made the boy breathe. God breathed life into us, it is said, only once, but in this case was an exception. God drew back in giant guts and blew life into the boy. And like a stranded fish, he shuddered, oceanless. It's true, the boy lived. He lived for a very long time. The toxins were in oilless lake, contaminated and cleaned. But just as soon as the woman kissed the redness into his cheeks, the boy began to die. He continued to die for the rest of his life. The dying took slowly and sweetly. The dying took a very long time.
Very good, good. Okay. You guys are doing great so far. I really do appreciate that. Don't spoil it out. It's really great that when the students are up here reciting poems, I don't hear anything. That's beautiful. You are doing a great job respecting all your classmates. Appreciate that. Okay. We have another teacher poem. And she's anything but bashful and shy. So come on, this is your turn. Your shine, Miss Katie.
This poem is about, it's in English, it's the beauty and the gift of nature when you're stressed out from living in the city. Okay. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and where the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Katie. Next, we have Saeed Hersey, reciting Ozymandias.
My poem is Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them on the sand have sunk a shattered vicious lies, whose frown and wrinkle-lipped a sneer of cold command. Tell that sculptor well those passions red, which yet survive, stamped on those lifeless things, and the hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look at my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing besides remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and low sand stretch far away.
Good job, thank you. All right, next. Next, we invite Zubaydah Hassan, reciting and offering this poem to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Zubaydah Hassan. My poem is I'm offering this poem to you. I'm offering this poem to you since I have nothing else to give you. Keep it like a warm coat when winter comes to cover you, or like a pretty sock the cold cannot beat you through. I love you. I have nothing else to give you, so it is a pot full of yellow corn to warm your belly in winter. It is a scarf for your head to wear over your hair, to tie up around your face. I love you. Keep it, treasure this as you will if you were lost needing a direction. In the wilderness, life becomes one measure, and in the corner of your drawer, take it away like Harun or Hagun in Disney trees. Come knocking, I will answer, give you direction, and let you warm yourself by this fire, rest by this fire, and make you feel safe. I love you. It is all I have to give, and all anyone needs to live, to go living inside, when the world outside no longer cares if you live or die. Remember, I love you. Thank you.